Okay, imagine this, one of the most iconic actors of the 20th century, a man who redefined what it meant to be the quintessential American hero, spends his final days in a recording booth, voicing a talking dog sheriff in a half-forgotten animated western. That's not a joke. That's James Stewart's real-life story. And honestly, it's the most bizarrely perfect full stop to a career that spanned decades. Let's unpack why this feels so weird, yet, kind of brilliant. James Stewart wasn't just an actor. He was a cultural force. The guy built his legacy on roles that dripped with moral clarity. Jimmy Stewart was the guy you trusted. He played heroes who stumbled into chaos but never lost their decency. Think about it, in It's a Wonderful Life, he's literally bargaining with angels. In Rear Window, he's a voyeuristic detective, but you still root for him. His whole vibe was aw shucks sincerity. So when he shows up as Wylie Burp, a grizzled, talking hound dog in An American Tale, Fievel Goes West, it's like finding out your grandpa moonlighted as a space pirate. And yet, why does this feel exactly right? Here's the thing, Stewart's career was a masterclass in evolution. He started in the 30s, worked with Hitchcock, Ford, Capra, directors who basically invented Hollywood. By the 90s, though, the industry had shifted. Animated movies weren't just for kids anymore, they were becoming cultural events. But An American Tale? It was this weird, melancholic, sometimes brilliant underdog story about immigrant mice. The first film was a huge hit, but the sequel? It's a forgotten relic. So why did Stewart sign on? Was it nostalgia? A paycheck? Or did he see something in this goofy premise that spoke to his legacy? Personally, I think it's the latter. Wylie Burp isn't just a character, he's a metaphor. A washed-up hero mentoring the next generation. Stewart, in his twilight years, passing the torch to a mouse in a cowboy hat. That's poetry, man. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Fievel Goes West didn't exactly set the box office on fire. It made half of what the original did. But here's what's fascinating, this movie came out in 1991, the same year as Beauty and the Beast. Disney was about to dominate animation with glossy musicals, and here's this weird, somber sequel about anti-mouse propaganda and existential loneliness. It's like Stewart's voice role was a last hurrah for a different kind of storytelling. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful. He wasn't chasing trends, he was a bridge between eras. How many actors get to be that? But let's zoom out. Why do we even care about this? Because James Stewart's final role is a microcosm of Hollywood's obsession with legacy. He could have said no. He could have retired. But he showed up, gave Wylie Burp that raspy, weary voice, and made it mean something. It's not just a quirky footnote, it's a reminder that icons don't get to control how their stories end. The world decides. And sometimes, the world decides that a western with talking mice is the best place to say goodbye. So here's my question, what if this was the role he needed to play? What if, in a genre defined by gritty lone wolves, a talking dog sheriff was the most human thing he ever did? Let me know in the comments, do you think Stewart's legacy is stronger because of this weird choice, or in spite of it?